What do you get from juggling, though? I mean, how do you feel as you're juggling? Do you even kind of feel it, or is it just so zen-like now that you don't really pay attention to it?
It is. I've gotten to that point where it is kind of zen-like. You know, you get into this rhythm. I love to juggle to music, so I put on the music and I just sort of groove with different patterns, you know, with the balls, finding different ways to connect the pieces. I actually get up in the morning and juggle for a few seconds or minutes with my eyes closed, just to sort of be at peace and have that moment in the morning to sort of reflect on what's going to happen for the rest of the day.
And
juggling.
Well, no, go for it.
Ahead.
I was going to say, no, go for it. What's fascinating is that juggling seems to be a way for you to manage stress.
Sure, it's great. I mean, as I said, not only the act of juggling, but a lot of the principles of juggling in life to help us better juggle all of the tasks that we have to do. So I put together a fun little mnemonic for your audience for the holidays. You know, we're all juggling a lot. It's a time of extra added stress. We have so many more balls in the air. So if we think about the ball, B-A-L-L, to keep it nice and easy, 4 steps, you know, 4 principles of juggling that can kind of help us to better manage that stress. So the first step is to break it down, right? When I teach juggling, when we learn how to juggle, we don't start with all 3. We start with 1, and we take it 1 step at a time and build up that skill. So, you know, all of these things that are going on, the challenge is to try to focus on one thing at a time. And even when I'm juggling 3 balls, you can see that there's only 1 ball in the air at a time. So for that split second, my job is to focus on that one particular ball. Hard to do in real life, but a good strategy to keep in mind. And I'll continue.
No, I was going to say we're all kind of transfixed, like gripped. Okay, so that was B. All right, then go through it. So A-L-L.
So B-A-L. We got B. Break it down. A. Ask for help. Right, so we all know we can accomplish more when we have a great support system, you know, family and friends. A lot of the times when I'm teaching juggling, we work as a partner and we juggle side by side to kind of learn the basic patterns. So really important at the holidays, you know, reach out to family, friends, and colleagues for that extra support to help you juggle all those extra balls you have to juggle. We'll keep going to L, learn from the drops. Right, this is a big one. None of us like to make mistakes or drop the ball, but it happens. So the important thing is, what do we do when we drop the ball? We pick it up and we try it again, right? And a lot of the times a drop or a mistake can lead to a creative solution that we may have never considered. So it's sort of a thing that comes natural to jugglers. We just know, we expect to do it, and we know that when we drop, it's part of the process. And if we can learn something from that drop, we can pick it up and learn something for the next attempt.
How have you applied that step, first of all, in your own life? How have you applied the kind of remembering that first L in your own life?
Sure. So, well, one thing I think about for the holidays especially is, you know, last year, you know, maybe spent a little too much money on gifts, right? I think this could be familiar. You know, thinking the next year about maybe some creative ways. Maybe let's do some homemade gifts this year too.
Okay, and then give us your final L.
So the final L, let it go, right? So to juggle, you have to let go of the balls. You have to throw them in the air. And I think a lot of us, especially women, I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be perfect. I like to keep in mind the mantra, done is better than perfect. Sometimes we just have to let it go. We have to learn to say no when there's too much to do. And again, realize that sometimes just getting it done is better than trying to be perfect, which may not even exist, right?